Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, I am finally trying the new Candlescience Eco-Based Room and Linen Spray. So if it works out, let's see if it's a keeper for me and if you should try it out for yourself. So Candlescience finally joined all the other companies out there, and they are now offering their own room and linen spray base, and I am excited to finally try it out and make my first room spray with their base. Now, if you are new here, my name is Tammy and I am the owner of Lanacia Marie Candle Co. And I welcome you all in to join me on this little tutorial or demonstration of making my first room spray with Candlescience room spray base. And for those of you who are returning, I am always happy to see you guys come back and see what I'm up to next. Now, this isn't the only room spray base that I have. I have two other ones that I've been trying out for some time now to try and figure out if they are going to be the one that I finally settle on. But it's always good to test out others because you never know what's going to be the right fit for you and for your products. So I decided once Candlescience announced that they were putting this new product out to us makers, that I was going to purchase my own and test it out and see if it was going to become a part of my product line. Now, when I first made my first ever room spray, I made it probably about a year ago, and it was towards the early part of the year. And I had did it with this recipe that I found on YouTube, where we all find our information these days. And it was a very simple tutorial. It involved fragrance oil, witch hazel, and water. So distilled water. But you can also use water, and they also had the option of using vodka in your room spray. So I tested that out. I made my first one ever, and it came out okay. I really liked the scent that I used, and with a little extra third to it, I was able to make my first room spray with that. So I decided to go ahead and try one of these room spray base, and see if that would be a little more cost effective for me or cost efficient for me as far as being able to have the ingredients there and making my room sprays once I finally introduced them to my product line. Now, after I figured out I wanted to do a room spray base, I went ahead and, of course, researched to see who was selling them and what would fit what I'm trying to push across in my products. And the first company I came across was Midwest Fragrance Company. And I tried theirs because it was a odor eater that they put within their base. So I made that one and it came out great. I really like that one. And the odorless, actually the odor eliminator actually works. It actually eliminates odors. And seeing as I have a cat and his pan is from time to time not smelling that great, I used it to be a tester and it actually worked. So I used Midwest for my first base ever. And then I moved over probably about 6 months ago to the Flaming Candle to test theirs out. So I wanted to see and shop around and, like I said, see what room base are out there. And as I was shopping for the Candlescience one, I also came across Hive and Honeys because they have one too that also doubles as a body mist. So eventually at some point I'm going to go ahead and purchase that and try it out as well, because I feel like you can never have too many options when it comes to finalizing your product and what you want to be visible in your product and how you push it across. I always look for what I want my sprays to be. So first and foremost, I want them to be as eco-friendly as possible. I'm using them myself and I don't want any of those toxic ingredients to be in my space. So I really don't want them to be in my customers' spaces as well. So I look for more of the, as I'm learning more of the water-based bases, water-based base, than the alcohol side of it. And I'm also looking for something that is, of course, pet friendly because I have a cat and I am so cautious when it comes to using products around my cat because I don't want him to be harmed in any way with the products that I'm using. And I think that came more as I got older. I started to look for stuff that was not going to be as extremely harmful to my environment and to the space around me. So I definitely wanted something that was going to not harm my cat in any way and also not harm any of my customers' pets in any way. So that's another thing that I always look for when it comes to ingredients that I put into my room sprays. And of course, the one thing that everyone I think is really looking for is that the scent of the room spray lasts long. You don't want something that's going to be 2-3 minutes and then it disappears into the air forever. You want something that's going to scent up your environment, scent up your area for a good amount of time, even if it's for half the day. And then also the last thing I look for when I'm checking out which room spray base that I want to use is I want to make sure that it leaves either little to no residue after spraying it. So I don't want, and I kind of think of it as my cat as well. I don't want it when I spray to leave all this residue on the floor or on the surface of my furniture because who wants to really see that just sitting on their stuff? So the little or no residue possible is always a plus in my eyes. All right, so now we are ready to make our first room spray with this new room spray base. I have all my stuff sitting here. And yes, normally I'm at my craft table, but it is a complete mess out there with all the candle stuff and the reed diffuser stuff that's on the table. So I figured I would set up a little area here on my little snack table, and seeing as it's just one room spray we're making today, it should be okay to make it right here in my room. Now I have all my things that I need here, and it's the typical stuff that you always use. This time I have a little spatula here that I purchased from Candlescience, as well as this pouring pitcher here. I have both my scales. I have my small one here, and then I also have my big one that I always use here. And then I have my fragrance oil here. I will be using Himalayan bamboo. And then I have, of course, the base right here. And then finally, I have my 4-ounce amber Boston round spray bottle right here. Now, what's different about this base that they have here and what I read on the website is it's more of the solution than it is the water. So what that means is, let's say like Flaming Candle, they put everything together and really you just have to add the base into your fragrance oil and stir it and you have your room spray base all ready to go. Well, with this, Candlescience has pretty much cut out the water portion, the water portion of this, and they have just sent you the solution. So while there is an extra step that you need to do, it's not that big of an extra step. So this is why I got this. I got the final ingredient that's going to go into this room spray. It is distilled water, and of course you can get distilled water pretty much anywhere they sell water. So I'm going to be using distilled water in this room spray base. And then the other thing that Candlescience has set up is their room spray calculator, which is, from what I can see, a lifesaver because seeing as you have to do math with pretty much everything that you make, candles, reed diffusers, room sprays, this pretty much helps you move a little quicker in the process, and we're going to go through it real quick, just a real quick look through of the calculator. first ever room spray made with Candlescience Eco-Base Room and Linen Spray. So I am going to test it out. Ooh. All right, so I have officially tried out 3 separate room and linen spray bases, and they all have their pros and cons. I really like the Midwest fragrance companies, and now I really do like the Candlescience one as well. The Candlescience, as far as the pros go, it does linger. I have been sitting here and the scent is still going strong. I may have to put the percentage down because it is really strong. It's like really in my nose, and it can get a bit nauseating for this specific fragrance that I use. But I'm definitely going to make this again, and I'm going to use the 3% that I was using with the other two. But I really like it. It really lingers for a good amount of time so far. So is it worth getting? I say yes. I say it's definitely worth getting. I think that all of these room sprays, room and linen spray bases are worth getting to at least try it out and see if it's something that's going to be a part of your product line. Now, as I said, it does, so far it's doing quite well as far as scent goes, and as far as residue goes, I haven't quite really seen because my floor has a rug on it and it's not really bothering my cat back there who's knocked out. So those are pluses. My only con I see so far is that it is a little cloudy, and I can see it even in this amber bottle here. So that is pretty much really just my only con to it. But I say go ahead and purchase a bottle and try it out for yourself. And feel free to leave it down in the comments below and let me know how it turns out for you. Let me know if you've already used it and how you like the room base as well, because I like it so far, and I'm going to test it out with my room sprays and see how well it does. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it works and it will be in my lineup and I can put a final on the type of room base that I'm using. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this little demonstration and my thoughts on the new Candlescience Eco-Base Room and Linen Spray. If you did like this video, then please hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you could be notified when the next new video comes out. And just a quick little note here, I wanted to give a little update as well. I have now been selected for yet another fall market, which is October 26th. So I'm going to be pretty busy back to back to back in October, heading to these markets and hopefully sharing my products with everyone out there. So that was my little update for you guys. I wanted to sneak that in real quick before I close out the video. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. And don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So until next time, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone.